Thank you for joining us. For those of you who are listening to us on the radio, likewise, friends who are watching us on our Facebook streaming, welcome to PhilCom Cares Radiothon and Virtual Show.
Usap ka, kaya nais kong malaman mo ang sinisigaw ng aking puso. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Ikaw kaya ay nais din akong makapiling at ibigin. O kay sarap namang isipin na tayong dalawa ay isang damdamin. Aking hinihiling na sabihin mo ang binubulong ng iyong puso. Pangarap ko.
Hello, KNDI Radio. This is Larry Ordonez. Put me on standby and put us on at 10 o'clock, please. Thank you.
Kasama, ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Okay, tagal ko nang naghihintay na sa akin ay mag-aalay na pag-ibig na tunay at di magwawagas. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko, pangarap ko, pangarap ko ang ibigin ka.
Thank you once again for joining us, everyone. Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. Welcome to PhilCom Cares Radiothon and Virtual Show. I'm Larry Ordonez. I am one of our program hosts today, bringing you live on air and live online our speakers selected to talk about COVID-19 as well as performers from all over the world. We will be joined by Clement Montero very shortly, and in 10 minutes, we will be live on air and live online with our virtual and radiothon program. We'd like to invite right now our friends on at various radio stations to make your adjustments on your audio levels. We are doing this virtually. So I'm away from the studio. Our speakers are at the comforts of their homes or offices and virtually coming to you, bringing you the latest information on COVID-19. We'd like to also want to acknowledge and say thank you to listeners of Radio KNDI 1270 AM. They'll be on at 10 o'clock. KPRP Pinoy Power at 6:50 AM. They'll be on at 10 o'clock also. KPHI 96.7 FM and 11:30 AM. On at 10 o'clock, and KRM Internet Radio 97.9 FM on the island of Maui will also be joining us. So we do have lots of coverage reaching out to you. Hopefully, we can give you some information on COVID-19 and I say hopefully encourage you to get vaccinated. We also have viewers on social media. We have 21 who accepted our invite for them to stream our program today on Facebook as well as YouTube. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. So in 9 minutes, we will be having our live on air, live online program. That was Chelsea Sakaday, by the way, who was singing earlier, Pangarap ko ay ibigin ka. That means it's my dream to love you. And we love you more if you get vaccinated. Let's make our community safer than it is. So please join us. We have lots of prizes to be given away. And that's all coming up in 8 minutes. Right now, we have the Prince of Ilocano song, King of Mule, Ben Bautista, who frequents Hawaii. He loves Hawaii. He's over in California. He's a frontliner. And also we have Joy Lozaga, who is over in California, singing right here on FILCOM Cares Radiothon and Virtual Show.
Tunay at totoo,
Tamis ng wine, sintatag ng sunshine.
tunghayan mo sana ang aking pagsinta.
Langit ng puso ko, o ang pag-ibig mo.
Sinta, nananaginip ng gising, nakatulala sa hangin, nagsusumidhing damdamin, kahit halik lang ng aking nababaliw ako sa'yo. Bawat silakbong ng puso ko, sa isang sulok na lang umiibig sa'yo. Sinta, damhin mo ang puso ko, laging tapat sa'yo.
Masdan mo ang labi ko, na uuhaw sa iyo.
Sinta, nananaginip ng gising, nakatulala sa hangin, nagsusumidhing damdamin, kahit halik lang ng akin, nababaliw ako sa'yo. Bawat silakbong ng puso ko, sa isang sulok na lang umiibig sa'yo. Damhin mo ang puso ko, laging tapat sa'yo.
Masdan mo ang labi ko, na uuhaw sa iyo.
Sinta, nananaginip ng gising, nakatulala sa hangin, nagsusumidhing damdamin, kahit halik lang ang akin, nababaliw ako sa'yo. Bawat silakbong ng puso ko, sa isang sulok na lang umiibig sa'yo. Nananaginip ng gising, nakatulala sa hangin, nagsusumidhing damdamin, kahit halik lang ang ang aking nababaliw ako saya. Bawat silakbo ng puso ko sa isang sulok na lang umiibig sa'yo. Sinta, umiibig sa'yo. Sinta, umiibig sa'yo.
Beautiful singing as always, Ben Bautista and Joy of California singing right here on our Radiothon and virtual guest. I'm Larry Ordonez. Thank you everyone for joining us. Very shortly, I will be joined by my co-host, that's our dear friend Clement Montero. And I just want to make sure that we are being carried by our dear friends while we stream on social media. It's 57 minutes after the hour, and let me just keep talking while I try to check in with our dear friends on our Zoom room. Okay, so give me just a little time, everyone. Want to make sure that we will have our live streaming. And we have lots of selected speakers, notable speakers who will be talking about COVID-19, informational materials. We have FILCOM Cares who will be talking with us. And right now, we do have our Zoom room here. And we are trying to get in. Everyone, if you can just let me in. We will also be joined by our Lieutenant Governor, and everyone is standing by right now. So see if we have an audio. Do we have an audio, Clem?
I have audio on you, and can you hear me also?
Loud and clear, yes. So we do have a couple of minutes before our radio stations go on live. And right now, I want to say thank you very much, Clem. We can see you. I can see you.
And everybody else is here on standby. Lieutenant Governor is here. Dr. Amy Agbayani, Consul Grace. So everybody's on standby now, and we'll zoom in on when their time comes on. So.
Okay, I'm hearing right now the radio stations are doing their station ID, so we will be starting very shortly, say in 60 seconds. In the meantime, I'm really excited that we are doing this because this is great for our community, and to be joined by community leaders as well as government officials. This is a wonderful event for all of us. Our Cares Radiothon and virtual show. This radiothon is brought to you by the Filipino Community Center, Hawaii Public Health Institute, Ethnic Education Hawaii, and we are funded by the State of Hawaii Department of Health and Grants in Aid. Special thanks to 5 radio stations carrying our broadcasts: KNDI 1270 AM, Pinoy Power, KPRP 650 AM, KPHI 96.7 FM and 11:30 AM, as well as KRM Internet Radio 97.9 FM over on the island of Maui, as well as big mahalo to the individuals, groups, and organizations who agreed to stream our Radiothon on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media. And we do have Clem. We have 21 destinations. And right now, may I introduce our co-host in today's FILCOM Cares Radiothon and virtual show. She is Communication and Culture Specialist of FILCOM Cares, as well as instructor, lecturer, and educational specialist at the Center for Philippine Studies at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. I'd like to welcome Miss Clement Montero. Aloha, Clem.
Aloha, magandang umaga, Sir Larry. This is really a blessing again for us, indeed, because we have been funded again to deliver to you the latest news about our current situations and where we are in this pandemic situation. Panagkay-kaysa, panagsisimnaranay, uniting to care for each other is the theme for our program. Sapay kumata imbagak daytang. Nga husto. Sir Larry, thank you so much for leading us again here on this broadcast. Your continued support is very much appreciated as it has helped many to learn about how-tos and where-tos in regards to COVID-19, especially in the Filipino community. Our weekly broadcast, nga agsaot tayo Ilocano, nagsasalita tayo ng Tagalog at English, has reached many in the islands of Hawaii. And of course, because of your connections, we have reached our relatives, their relatives, our relatives, and many listeners globally. On today's 3-hour radiothon, yes, we are together for 3 hours. Stay tuned. We'll get a chance to hear from our listeners and to our viewers on Facebook. You can call us anytime. We have different numbers today, but for this particular one, you can call us anytime during this broadcast. Should you have questions or comments, you can text or call 808-772 3242. We'll have that flashing on our board, but for the listeners on the radio, it's 808-772-3242. And we have someone standing by to receive your comments and your questions, and we will have a chance to reply to your inquiries later on in the show.
And we have invited amazing speakers to the show today to give us the latest information about COVID 19 from ongoing vaccinations and to give us advice on how to celebrate with our families, especially as we continue to be able to gather with more family and friends and travel to see them. Our main goal is to increase awareness in the importance of getting vaccinated and the unrestricted activities we can do when we reach 70% of Hawaii's residents being vaccinated. The numbers, lower COVID 19 cases, lower COVID 19 hospitalization, lower COVID 19 related deaths continue to show evidence that the more people getting vaccinated, the better we all are. It is refreshing to see friends and families at our parks and comforting to be with relatives and friends. We have to do more. Get vaccinated if you have not done so. Do the triple W, wear mask, wash hands, watch social distancing. We also want to thank those of you who continue to encourage your family members, relatives, and friends to get vaccinated so that we can be safer and go back to our normal lives.
Exactly. And a highlight of our program right now is Lieutenant Governor Josh Green, and he mentioned earlier in our chat earlier that we are now at 57.5. So we are getting there close to the number that
Recording in progress.
Okay, so hold on, technical difficulties here. But without the efforts of ng aming tatlong coordinators or co-chairs with PhilCom Cares Project, we could not be in the spot where we have helped many get vaccinated. Napaka-resourceful nina Dr. Amy Agbayani, Dr. Agnes Malate, and Dr. May Rose de la Cruz, and you'll get a chance to hear from them in today's show. They are the co-chairs of our PhilCom Cares Project. Nakakuha kami ng malaking grants, mga huge grants, at syempre, ang mga maraming strong partners sa ating komunidad. Huwag kalimutan ang mga workers behind the scenes, and that is our team, the PhilCom Cares team. With combined efforts, we have made good on the promises of our PhilCom Cares Project's efforts.
Dr. Agbayani says Filipinos have made significant strides in some sectors, and we Filipinos play an important role in Hawaii's economy. Filipinos continue to be underrepresented among college graduates, teachers and faculty, management in government, and businesses. Large numbers of Filipinos work in lower paying jobs, have more than one job, and among those most impacted by unemployment during the pandemic.
Exactly. Ang masamang balita ay ang over-representation ng mga Filipino sa testing positives that are testing positives for COVID-19 and still underrepresented din ang mga nababakunahan. Very low numbers are being vaccinated Filipinos. These are statistics we are working together to change, kailangang palitan. Dr. Agbayani also says that the pandemic amplified inequality in our society and the need to advocate for social justice. In all our efforts, our biggest support is the Filipino Community FILCOM Center. And today, Dr. Amy Agbayani joins us again, and we also welcome Kylie Arell, the new Executive Director of FILCOM Center.
Well, let us now meet Dr. Amy Agbayani. She's co-chair of the PhilCom Cares, Assistant Vice Chancellor of Student Diversity Emerita. Dr. Amy Agbayani,